What's up, bitches? Jazz Hands here with another one of his videos. There, on the computer here. Where it shows you how to do things because you don't know how to fucking do them. Although you can really do this one. Okay, this one's 2016 Mitsubishi. This is an Outlander GT. It's got the big V6 of I don't even know what I don't know if that's their own engine design or if they borrow something from somebody else. I don't fucking know what Mitsubishi's up to. They're kind of a niche vehicle, so I didn't even check to see if there was a video on one doing one of these, but I decided, hey, I'll do one anyway in case there isn't one. And I'm sure if there is another video, it's going to be better than mine. Less cursing, less calling you bullshit. Anyway, we're doing Radiator. Woo! The old one, she was smoked out there, and she was leaking all from the seam here up top. And don't call the EPA. Shh, you didn't see that. Do not snitch. I got to get the radiator cap down. Anyway, getting this radiator out, it takes you about half hour to get it out at most. It's a pretty gravy one. You got to you start out there, you pop the hood. It's got a handy hood prop. I like hood props. I don't like freaking shocks. The shocks are nice when they work until you get freaking mouse trapped and your heads get slammed. You got to take out some little push pin plug thingies here. There's a bunch of them on the front here. Was it 6 of them? They were all missing, of course. Then there's a couple more that will be in this, and I think those are missing as well. Or no, there was 4 of them. Yeah, you take this panel out here, boop, and you got 4 little push pluggy things, and then 6 on the front, and you take all 10 of those out. I only had 4, 3 of which were broken before I even got here. The other 4 missing. 6 are missing. That gives you access to your upper radiator core support. At that point in time, I've mostly used this jobber duty. You can get by with a Ratchet. I use a 10 millimeter. I have an 8 millimeter on that, although that's only because I'm choosing to replace the hose clamps, because I didn't really like the style of the clamps they got here. They're those Satan sphincter ones and these ones didn't really. They were relcontristant, I believe, is the technical term for it that the kids use these days. But anyway, I used that tool right there, and I took out this one. There were 3 on your fan, 2 on the driver's side and 1 on the passenger side, 10 millimeter fasteners to hold your hood latch on. At that point in time, you also have 3 at each end. You have 1 right here on the back side, 1 vertical, 2 vertical, and repeat the same mirror image on this side. And now it's essentially sort of loose. You'll have to pull these little cap rubber retainer things, or they're plastic, and they hold this air dam material. It kind of flippy flaps like this and goes over there, and they are on these little studs, and they just unscrew. Pop off those 4, 2 on each side, and slide these little rubber slappers off. At that point in time, you got some additional fasteners, farsteners, as I like to call them there. You got a couple of crash sensors. Now, please be very careful with these. Don't be banging them around. Be very gentle with them. Treat them like you're a lady in the evening. Use gentle fingers. Don't be just jabbing and rabbing and yanking. And there's 1 on each side. And when you tighten them down, look up the torque spec. I don't know it right now. I'm going to go look it up later, if you can find that on the internet. Otherwise, on the internet, just be very gentle, because you don't want to over tighten those things. They're like a knock sensor, I believe. So over tighten and you're going to fuck something up, and they're going to break and damage and whatever. Maybe it won't make a difference. I don't fucking know. I'm not risking it. And you pull out all these little plug things, and there's a few here. out of the back side. This is on the engine side. I'm standing on like a lagoon in front of the vehicle. And one here, here. And then there will also be a couple push-in pieces for your throttle or your hood release cable. When they're in place, or they're going to look like these. Those are almost impossible to get behind to pinch them out because it's an enclosed space. So you basically just got to rip them out. I personally like this fun little tool here. Bought it on the Amazonians there. I don't know, 10, 15 bucks. Saw some guy on YouTube saying it was a good fucking video. Or these are the best ones for these things. And I've been using it for a long time since. At that point in time, you will also be unplugging the two plugs for your radiator fan assembly. Boom, boom. They're both on top, both easy to reach. It's very nice. And there's a couple little retainer things in here. You gotta put your little tool in there and pop them out. There's also 3, 1, 2, and this one's a little harder to get access, but not too bad. 3 screws. Now these are sheet metal type screws that go into the plastic of the radiator itself, and a little clip right here for the hose, or for the I believe the AC line. Doesn't matter. Disconnect your little upper hose piece off of the top of your radiator near the cap. Flap all that wiring harness and everything out of the way, and wiggle this thing out. I left the reservoir attached. I suppose I probably could have popped it out. It might have made it a minuscule tiny bit harder, or easier, but it made no difference. I didn't even take the battery box out. The whole thing just kind of slid up out. Oh, I didn't tell you. Take off your radiator hose out here to get the fan assembly out. You'll start making a mess. I got it tucked in right here so it wouldn't be in my way. And then when I lifted the radiator, I lifted the whole radiator with the lower hose attached all the way out, and it flexed right here at this little clamp here. But and then used big channel locks, and by comparison, they're, I don't know, 12 inches, 15 inch jobs, to pop that out. The radiator itself, I just bought a cheapo O'Reilly's. I would suggest you buy OEM when possible, but you know, here's your part number, 801-3470. You know, it's the same as on all the other cars in the entire planet. That's a joke. Not a funny one, I mean, you know, but a joke nonetheless. At that point in time, you know, like I said, the radiator should just, with the fan shroud out of here, you take out these 2 fasteners for your AC condenser. Now it just sits into a couple easy to access slots, not sluts, because we don't want to fuck with those, in the front of the radiator. And they just drop right in real easy. They pop out real easy. So unlike some of those cars where you got it. Now in my situation, both of them broke. I had to go into the old toolbox and find a couple of leftover nuts and bolts or other leftover screws. But I think it's just a plain old M6 1.0 screw. So use what you got. I replaced these ones, and I'm going to replace these 2 radiator hoses because I don't like them. Radiator just went right on up out of here. Disconnected the lower radiator clamp, popped it out, threw it in the scrap pile, opened up my box, dropped the new one in, hooking up my clamps, and that's about it. I think you can do this job if you know what you're doing, you're competent, an hour. The job pays a shop 400 and something, I believe, low end and up. A shop, Firestone, quoted the owners of this vehicle in the Nashville area $1,800 to do this job. Radiator itself was about my price. I have a commercial account, O'Reilly's, $195 plus tax. I bought 3 jugs of coolant, only by the blue Honda stuff, which it's actually for Hondas and a bunch of other Japanese vehicles. I think maybe Subarus and some others. Either way, it's the blue stuff. I bought the Xerox. That's what we're going to refill it up with. Hopefully 3 gallons is enough. If not, I'll go buy another one. All in, I think I had $275, $274 in parts on this job. So gives you an idea how much it should be. You buy your radiator online on the internet, and then, you know, eBay, Amazon, pick your online scumbags you like to do business with. Do that. So putting it back together, like I said, the only thing you got to be really, I think, the most careful with is your crash sensors. You don't want to fuck those up, damage them, because then, you know, you're probably not going to have an airbag blow off, but it may not blow off when it's supposed to, or it'll be oversensitive. I don't know. It probably doesn't make a difference. Just be careful with that. And I thought I'd just take you all along for a quick little video, and maybe you honkies will learn something. Or maybe you won't. I don't know. Good luck. Peace out, bitches.